So round, so firm, so fully packed. That's my gal, so complete from front to back. That's my pal, toasted by the sun, and I'm a son of a gun. If she don't make my 5 o'clock shadow come around at 1, you can bet your boots I'd walk a mile through the snow just to see her toothbrush smile. They mention on the radio. If you don't think she's a lot of fun, just ask the man that owns one. So round, so firm, so fully packed. That's my gal. So round, so firm, so fully packed. That's for me. She's just like a money back guarantee. Like a barfly goes for drink, like the Bobby Sox goes for Frank, and just like Jesse James would go for money in the bank. From head to foot she's perfect size. She's a whiz, always wears a 45. Gun that is. She's got the look that's so impressing. She's got the pause that's so refreshing. So round, so firm, so fully packed. That's my gal. She's done told me that I'm top hand. It won't be long till she wears my brand. So round, so firm, so fully packed. That's my gal. I got a gal called Cincinnati Lou. I don't know nothing that she won't do. She can drink more beer than a 2-ton truck can haul. She's the belle of the ball, Cincinnati Lou. She's got a way of rolling them eyes, makes me think of paradise. And I don't mean heaven, just a plain old paradise. And she can roll 'em nice, Cincinnati Lou. When they see my Lou, they holler, oh my oh. She put the O in Ohio. She put the sin in Cincinnati too. I'm a-telling you, Cincinnati Lou. She makes the roosters crow for day, made Grandpa throw his cane away. She can make an ant eat a great big bale of hay. She's just that way, Cincinnati Lou. north or the south or east or west. If you've been around and seen all the rest, you're gonna say Cincinnati Lou's the best. When you confess Cincinnati Lou. Temptation, that's what you are to me. That's all you'll always be, it seems. Sweet temptation, you smile and pass me by, but still you occupy my dreams. Maybe I got lots of hidden charms you'd find if you just hold me in your arms. But you're just sweet temptation, a diamond in the rough. You make it awful tough for me. The most delicious peach is always out of reach, they say. Oh, sweet temptation, you're just a little flirt. You know you might get hurt that way. Someday you may get a big surprise by someone who will make you realize that you're just sweet temptation, a diamond in the rough. You make it awful tough for me. A diamond in the rough, you make it awful tough for me. If you'd come down off your steeple and mix with common people, Lawdy, 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 what a gal. I hope you ain't forgotten I met you picking cotton. Lawdy, 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 what a gal. I guess you're old enough to wear most anything you choose, but you was raised in calico and patent leather shoes. I can't stand two-time traders raised on beans and taters. Lawdy, 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 what a gal. If you'd sell that silver fox hide and throw away your peroxide, Lawdy, 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 what a gal. You could be a little cutie, but you're so doggone snooty. Lawdy, 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 what a gal. You keep your eyes wide open every time I'm kissing you. The reason why I know you do, I keep mine open too. 'Cause as sure as you're a living, you'll get just what you're giving. Lawdy, 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 what a gal. Make your mind up to be just what you are. Don't try to hold that cigarette like some big movie star. 'Cause you ain't had acting courses and C.O.D. divorces. Lawdy, 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 what a gal. I'm 3 times 7 and I do as I doggone please. There ain't nobody this side of heaven gonna get me on my knees. I'm 3 times 7 and I'm gonna have my fun. Well, I just won't tame, I'm gonna be the same till I'm 3 times 21. I'm the big duck in the puddle, don't you try to push me around. 'Cause I don't come in like no lion, just to go out like a lamb. I'm 3 times 7, baby, that makes 21. Well, I love on sight and I fly by night, I'm a no good son of a gun. Feel my oats. I ain't scared of no living man or any gun he totes. I'm a trifling troublemaker and I'm really full of fun. Wild and woolly and full of fleas, I'm a no good son of a gun. I'm 3 times 7 and I do as I doggone please. There ain't nobody this side of heaven gonna get me on my knees. I'm 3 times 7 and I'm gonna have my fun. Well, I just won't tame, I'm gonna be the same till I'm 3 times 21. I make my living loafing, and I never did work a day. Working and me just don't agree, 'cause I ain't built that way. I'm a rootin' tootin' round her gals, and don't you think I ain't. Well, I might get around to painting the town, but I never did like to paint. 'Cause I'm 3 times 7 gals, and I do as I doggone please. Ain't nobody this side of heaven gonna get me on my knees. I'm 3 times 7 and I'm gonna have my fun. Well, I just won't tame, I'm gonna be the same till I'm 3 times 21. All along the road of life I roam, looking for a place to call my home. Not a fancy mansion nor a bungalow for me, but everywhere I go I seem to find, hanging on the door, the same old sign. And my heart beats slower when I read on the door, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. All along the line it's the same old sign waiting for me. No vacancy, no vacancy. And my heart beats slower when I read on the door, no vacancy. Not so long ago when the bullet screamed, many was the happy dream I dreamed of a little nest where I could rest when the world was free. Now the mighty war over there is won, troubles and trials have just begun, facing that terrible enemy's sign, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. All along the line it's the same old sign waiting for me. No vacancy, no vacancy. And my heart beats slower when I read on the door, no vacancy. Brother, if you live the life of ease, better take a moment on your knees and thank the Lord above for all his love, then think about me. Living in a world of greed and hate, hoping every day that the hand of fate will remove that sign that's hanging on the door, no vacancy, no vacancy, no vacancy. All along the line it's the same old sign waiting for me. No vacancy, no vacancy. And my heart beats slower when I read on the door, no vacancy. Just bought me a great long ticket, I'm gonna use it at 4 p.m. So you can call your secret love and tell the news to him. You thought your little romance was on the strict QT. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me C.O.D. I won't be round to hear you cry. I'm Texas bound, and by you can reach me down in Dallas, general delivery. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me C.O.D. Come a day, gal, when you'll be feeling blue. You'll find that you can't pay your bills with a little old IOU. That dynamite you're messing with may be TNT. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me C.O.D. No need to fall down on your knees, 'cause I know all my ABCs. I ain't no college professor, I ain't got no PhD. But if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me C.O.D. I won't be around to hear you cry. I'm Texas bound, and by you can reach me down in Dallas, general delivery. So if you want your freedom PDQ, divorce me C.O.D. She keeps me warm in the winter, shady in the summertime. That's what I like about that fat gal of mine. And when I see my landlord, there's so much of her to hide behind. You wouldn't pay rent if your time was spent like mine. Now she's so sweet with the softest heart. She's pretty soft around other parts. And at night when I lay me down, I don't need a pillow when she's around. Warm in the winter, shady in the summertime. That's what I like about that fat gal of mine. She's tickled, so much of her has the biggest time. I tell all my jokes to that fat gal of mine. She's never fickle, you better put your name on the dotted line. First time you meet with a big fat gal like mine. This hard time talk don't trouble me. I keep as happy as a honeybee. If things get rough and times get hard, I'll render my gal and sell the lard. Warm in the winter, shady in the summertime. That's what I like about that fat gal of mine. She's my shelter in a time of storm. I held her skelter right under her arm. She's a beauty if you look at her face, and you shouldn't be a-looking any other place. Warm in the winter, shady in the summertime. That's what I like about that fat gal of mine. A lot of words are spelled the same with a different meaning, you see. Well, here's a brand new way to spell heaven, and according to me, you take a K and a E, a N and a T, and a U and a C-K-Y. That spells Kentucky, but it means paradise. You take a chicken and you kill it and you put him in a skillet and you fry him up a golden brown. That's southern cooking, and it's mighty nice. It don't cover a lot when you look on the map, but I wasn't studying no geography when I was sitting on my mammy's lap. You take a K and a E and a N and a T and a U and a C-K-Y. That spells Kentucky, but it means paradise. Cover a lot when you look on the map, but I wasn't studying no geography when I was sitting on my mammy's lap. Just take a K and a E, a N and a T, a U and a C-K-Y. That spells Kentucky, but it means paradise. It spells Kentucky, but it means paradise. When my baby does her double talk to me, then I get just as happy as I can be. And every time I hold her hand, we're in another land where the language only we can understand. And when I see the love light shining in her eyes, I lighten up my private paradise. Then I say, honey, do you love me true? And she says, now, daddy, don't you know I do? When my baby does her double talk to me, when my bale baby does her dull fubble tall falk to meal fee, then the gill fit Joe fust as how happy as I can be fee. And every time I'll find my whole folder Hal fan, we're in another Lal fan, where the Lal fan with Joel if only we'll fee can understand fan. And when the seal feed the lull fubble, I'll fight child finding in the I'll fight, and I'll fighting up my proud private paradise. Then I say, hull funny, do you love me true? She says, Dal fatty, don't you know I do, foo? When my bale baby does her dull fubble talk to me, fee. Baby does her ducky double talky talk to meeky dee. Then the gicky dip jucky dust as hacky dappy as I can beaky dee. And every tacky dime a hokey dole to hacky dam, we're in another lacky dacky dam, where the lacky dang with jokey only weeky dee can understand a dam. And when the seeky dee the lucky devil like a dite shacky dine and in a rocky dies, and the like a diting up my own the pracky dive at paradise. Then I say, honey, gunny, do you lucky dub me true? And she says, I do 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 do. When my baby baby does a ducky double talk to me. What a baby, baby. Well, I like my chicken frying size, hanging around my pen. Young and tender and not so wise, like some old stewing hen. 'Cause she's done seen a lot of every rooster in the lot. So I like my chicken frying size when I get my skillet hot. Well, I like my chicken frying size. Chicken just can't be beat. Nothing in the world can satisfy like good old chicken meat. Now the South has brought to fame that frying chicken's name. But any little chicken frying size is pretty well near the same. So I like my chicken frying size, and I bet you that you'll agree. A pretty little chicken a-walking by sure looks heavenly. From the day that I was born till Gabriel blows his horn. If I don't like chicken frying size, Brother Olson, theirs ain't corn. chicken frying size just when they're good and grown. I know it would be oh so nice to have a chicken of my own. I'll resist as long as I can, stealing from another man, but I must have chicken frying size when I put 'em in the frying pan. Well, I like my chicken frying size hanging around my pen, young and tender and not so wise like some old stewing hen, 'cause she's done seen a lot of every rooster in the lot. So I want my chicken frying size when I get my skin. I've got kinfolks in Carolina. That's the place to find my family tree. They're scattered from a little north of Georgia to a little bit east of East Tennessee. But there's a little gal on top of Old Smoky, and she really ain't no kin to me at all. But I'm gonna buy her a wedding ring and get me a ticket on the New River train and make her my closest kinfolks after all. In Carolina, Aunt Molly lives in Raleigh, NC. I've got cousins by the dozens down in Charlotte, and my grandpa fought with Robert E. Lee. But there's a little lump of sugar up in Asheville with a soothing sort of a little southern drawl. I'll tie the knot with my southern belle and tell all the world with a rebel yell she'll be my closest kinfolks after all. Well, I'm gonna buy her a wedding ring and get me a ticket on the New River train and make her my closest kinfolks after all.